find it when it's like,
I know.
Block
If I didn't.
you'll find it as soon as we start. Okay. See, that helps. Yeah.
The shower's about 6 inches wider than. Let's go.
The shower is big. I like that.
It's time.
Are we ready? Are we missing anyone, or is this everyone who's coming? Is Alvin going to be here?
He didn't tell us that he was not coming.
Okay.
So he may be here.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get started then. It is June 19th, 6:30 p.m., and we will call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for the City of Louisville. We do have a quorum present. Oops. Okay, with that, second item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the June 5th meeting. Commissioners, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion by William.
Second.
Second by Mary Ellen. Those in favor signify aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item number 3 on the agenda is the consent agenda plats. We have 2 consent agenda plats tonight. We'll read them together and vote on them together. Agenda item 3A is the final plat of Crossroads Center North, Lot 2, Block G, on a 15.2 acre tract of land out of the J. Chowning Survey, abstract number 243, zoned multifamily 2 district located on the south side of Lake Ridge Road, approximately 400 feet east of Shelby Lane. Item 3B is a final plat of Mill Street Elementary, Lot 1, Block A, on a 14.8 acre tract of land out of the E. Pickett Survey, abstract number 1014, zone public use district located at 136 East Purnell Street.
Good evening, Commissioners. There are 2 plats on the consent agenda to be considered for approval. There are no variances requested, and the staff recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve the plat as presented.
I did just want to add the clarification that item 3B does need the condition that the recording information for the street dedication be added to the plat before it's filed with the county. This is an old street, and the right-of-way was never dedicated to the city for Purnell, even though it currently is a street. And due to the school's timing, we're trying to work with them so they can begin construction over the summer.
Okay. All right, Commissioners. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve item A as presented, that's 3A, and 3B with the condition that the dedication of the street to the City of Louisville is recorded with Denton County, and that information is added to the plat before it's filed with the county.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Karen, second by Jim. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to agenda item 4 is the public hearing consent agenda plats. I believe we have 1 on the agenda tonight. That's 4C, final plat of Trace Settlers Edition, Lot 1R, Block A, on a 4.83 acre tract of land out of the L. Burgess Survey, abstract number 52, zone general business district located on the west side of MacArthur Boulevard, south of Lewis Drive and north of East Vista Ridge Mall Drive, being a replat of Trace Settlers Edition, lots 1, 2, and 3, Block A.
Good evening, Commissioners. This is a replat of a property that has been zoned commercial. There are no variances requested, and our recommendation is that the Commission approve as presented.
Okay?
Move to approve.
Wait, hold on. We got to have a public hearing. That's okay. Any questions before we open the public hearing? Okay. With that, we will open the public hearing for agenda item 4C. If anyone is here wishing to speak for this agenda item, please come forward. Having no one come forward, we will close the public hearing, and I will entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mary Ellen,
Second.
second by Karen. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners, and no further action is needed on this item.
Okay. So we have, we'll move to agenda item 5, zoning and special use permit public hearings. Agenda item 5A is a consideration of a special use permit for a truck parking lot on an approximate 3.612 acre tract of land out of the J.H. Haven Survey Abstract Number 541, located on the east side of Railroad Street, approximately 2,400 feet south of State Highway 121 Business, zoned Heavy Industrial District as requested by Chris Frank, Bannister Engineering, on behalf of Luis Pedraza, Terra Enterprises LLC, the property owner.
Good evening, Commissioners. This request is for a truck parking lot to be located on the east side of the Railroad Street, which is approximately 2,400 square feet south of the 121. The site was once occupied by the Bell Concrete, and when they vacated, the site has been used intermittently to park trucks, and the applicant Terra Enterprise has purchased the property in 2017. They wish to continue the non-conforming use, but they are proposing to make a significant improvement to the site, which includes paving over the existing gravel surface. They are proposing to build a small office building with an accessory space for a mechanic shop, so that can become an amenity to the end users or their truck owners who will be releasing these parking spaces. They are making improvements, which includes the landscaping, which goes above and beyond the requirement, and also the 8-foot-high concrete masonry screening wall all around the premises of this property. So the building that they're proposing will be made of a tilt-up concrete wall. It will be located closer to the Railroad Street, functioning also as a portion of the screening. They do have a small office space inside for their own employees, and they do provide 2 open bays where if these truck drivers ever needed to maintain their vehicles, they can just lease one of those spaces to work on their own vehicle for maintenance. They are providing 15-foot landscaping along the Railroad Street. That's only street frontage. The small pavement to the south is not a public street, but they are providing the screening and the trees along that premises of the south portion as well. They are providing 4 trees to the east, which is included in the interior parking requirement. However, they are providing also additional trees with the landscaping to the south of the property. So they are proposing to put up a 8-foot screening wall. Typical truck 18-wheeler height is about 13.5 feet or so. They are proposing 8-foot high wall. However, they are actually heavily screening to the south, and these parking lots are a little bit set back from the street frontage and from the south property lines. So staff has no concerns about the proposed screening wall. That is it. Do you guys have any questions?
You mentioned
Yes.
paving. Did you say that would be gravel?
No, it's currently the site is gravel, so they will be providing paving for the entire parking lot. They are required by the code to provide any surfaces that the vehicle travels has to be paved, either with concrete or asphalt. So they are paving the entire site with the exception of the landscaping to the south.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question
Yes.
regarding the paving as well,
Mhm.
because I'm assuming that at some point they have become aware of the new ordinance that we have for stormwater. Is some of the landscaping that's above and beyond, is that part of some type of mitigation for the paved surface,
I
or?
think the additional landscape is to meet the SUP requirement.
Okay.
My understanding is the stormwater fee will be collected based on the percentage of the impervious surface, is my understanding. Does Michelle have, or Richard?
And would there be opportunities for the city to continue to work with the applicant going forward to mitigate some of the paved surface
Yes,
that's being
actually,
added?
the applicant is here, and one of the part of the narrative described that they are handling some of the drainage issues on site, and the engineer is here on the behalf of the applicant. So if you have specific questions that the engineer could answer, I think he will be willing to answer that.
Okay.
Public hearing needs to be open first, right?
Hi.
I'm Chris Franke with Bannister Engineering, 240 North Mitchell in Mansfield. We have a detention pond we're proposing with it, so stormwater is fine.
Okay. I was just curious if you were aware of the ordinance and if you just wanted to put that out there so that, you could work with the city if we wanted to. The fee would be based on the square footage of paved surface,
Yes, and
so,
that will be part of the engineering site plan review where
Okay.
we will make sure that they list out the present engineer,
Okay.
and that will be calculated based on that.
okay. I just think it might be a mutually beneficial discussion for the city and for the applicant to coordinate that, so I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you. Okay, well, with that, we will open the public hearing for agenda item 5A. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward. With no one coming forward, we will close the public hearing. Commissioners, any additional comments or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the special use permit request for agenda item 5A.
Okay, motion by Jim,
I'll second.
second by John. All those in favor signify aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. There will be a second public hearing with the City Council, and they will make a final decision on this item at their July 16th, 2018 meeting.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item 5B is a public hearing for consideration of a special use permit for an expansion of a recreational vehicle sales, display and repair outdoor facility on approximate 13.4232 acres legally described as Lot 1R, Block A, National Indoor Storage Edition, and Lot 1, Block A, Auto Master Edition, located at 498 East State Highway 121 Business Zone Light Industrial District and General Business District, as requested by David Norris, Foresight Group, on behalf of National Indoor Storage, LLC, DBA National Indoor RV Centers, the property owner.
Good evening. So this is an expansion of the existing National Indoor RV and Storage. They currently operate at 498 East State Highway 121. They are expanding to occupy the remainder of their lot, which was previously used for mobile home sales, and also to the lot to the south, which was platted with the intention of developing an automotive repair facility, but that was never constructed. This is right in front of the Northwood Mobile Home Park on Business 121. So they are proposing to build a new 49,000 square foot building with 28,000 square foot of repair area, 13,000 square foot of office and sales lobby, 5,000 square foot of storage, and approximately 2,000 square foot of tech support area. No additional storage of recreational vehicles is proposed. This would all just be for repair and sales and display of recreational vehicles. They are doing a masonry veneer on nearly 100% of the building. There is a small metal sign panel. And then they also have a kind of a mesh metal panel around the top of the building as sort of a branding element, but it is masonry underneath. They are proposing to remove 2 existing pole signs and convert them to a singular monument sign. They are also providing screening along the mobile home park. Screening along the mobile home park was waived when they initially came in with an engineering site plan. So for the areas that are being disturbed, they will be building the 8-foot masonry screening wall. For the area at the rear of the site where no changes are proposed, they are requesting to continue that variance to not have the wall in those areas. They are proposing a 10-foot landscape buffer with ornamental trees and canopy trees spaced on an average spacing of 30 feet on center. They're using ornamental trees where there's existing power lines that prevent canopy trees from growing to their full height. Those canopy trees are relocated elsewhere on the site, and including at the rear of the site and along the property line with the mobile home park. We did inquire about providing a wider landscape buffer, but it was not feasible due to the space needs and functionality of the site. There is a portion that was left for right-of-way dedication when it was platted to be an automotive repair shop that will remain green space, so it will have the appearance of a larger buffer even though it's not on the subject property. In addition, they are doing a landscape focal point at the southern point on Business 121 at the entrance to the mobile home park, where they're using berming and a combination of tall grasses, shrubs, ornamental, and canopy trees to create kind of a landscape focal point at that point in the property. So they are requesting two variances, and that's to maintain the wrought iron fence and move masonry screening wall along the south property line, and also to maintain the north landscaping strip along the north property line in lieu of parking islands in the existing display area that's on site. The new display area will have landscape islands with trees planted in it. So this is an expansion of an existing business. They are anticipating to bring 22 or more full-time positions, add 22 or more full-time positions, and bring 8 professional staff from Plano to this location. Staff is recommending approval of the special use permit as presented. The applicant is here and their engineer if you have any questions this evening.
Commissioners, any questions? I had a question, just a quick question for staff. 'Cause I know this is right where 121 Business and Mill Street split.
Yes.
So in this stretch of 121 Business, the current uses, is that kind of the intent for that to stay according to the 2025 plan? Is that,
We're hoping,
does that align?
Yeah, we're hoping for a lot of the current uses to transition over time. We do have a lot of older developments that are kind of antiquated and are ripe for redevelopment, and we're hoping for some transition over time. This particular property, where it is today, is a newer use. We did talk to them about potentially separating the office component from the repair center and moving it down to that corner, the south corner, to create more of that anchor farther south towards Mill Street, but that didn't work in terms of the business operations and how that all functions together for the applicant.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And if the applicant is here, if you would like to come forward and say a few words before we open the public hearing.
Hal Kendrick, 498 East Highway, 121 in Louisville. I just wanted to point out that the way that the paragraph is written, it may appear, unless you're familiar with our business, that there is repair outdoor. There won't be. All the storage and all the repair are currently and will always be inside. The only exterior, this applies just for display of new coaches. And I think hopefully you've seen the exhibit, the rendering of the new building that we're building, I think is very attractive. It's an $8 million facility, architecturally comparable to, I would say, to the fire house down the road, or to this building actually, although not quite as big, of course. So just wanted to make sure that clarification was understood. There's nothing outside, that any repair or storage outside.
Okay.
Any questions?
How does the architecture for the proposed building compare with the existing building? Do they look like they're?
We want it to be, the existing building is a prefabricated steel building.
Okay.
The new building will be of that same nature in the back, but in the front, it's a 2-story, more of an office building look. For people that are driving by, they'll just see what I would consider to be a small Class A office building. It'll be a sales lobby on the first floor, all brick, nice signage comparable to the existing building. The color scheme will be the same, trying to create kind of a campus kind of environment. Architecturally, we want the customers to go to the new building. One of our concerns is they're going to pull in the driveway and go to our existing building. We'll put in, operational signage to get them over to the new building. The new building will be closer to the street than the old building. It'll be parallel to the street versus the existing building is askew, is at an angle from the street. I think it'll be a dramatic, we're hoping it'll be a dramatic presence. And of course, we'll have the monument sign, get rid of those pole signs, get rid of the mobile home which we're using as office now. Hide Northwood Mobile Home from view of 121 on the north side of their driveway. It's all good.
Any questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that, we will open the public hearing for agenda item 5B. Anyone wishing to speak on this item may come forward. No one coming forward, we will close the public hearing. I did want to ask staff, do we have any phone calls about this from Northwood?
We did not. We did send letters to all property owners within 200 feet, so that would be the owner of Northwood Mobile Home Park and not the individual residents, but we did not receive any calls or inquiries.
But we had a sign posted.
Correct. We did have a sign as well.
Okay. Okay. With that, commissioners, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by William. Second by Mary Ellen. All those in favor signify aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, commissioners, thank you. And so that everyone is aware, there will be a second public hearing on this special use permit with the City Council for final decision on July 16th, 2018.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item 6A is a public hearing for consideration of the adoption of the Old Town North Small Area Plan and the Southwest Louisville Small Area Plan.
Yes, commissioners, as you're aware, we have been working on small area plans as part of the 2025 initiative for well over the past year now. We have had 2 sets of public workshops where we invited all of the residents in and around both the Old Town North and the Southwest Louisville Small Area Plan. In addition, we've had online surveys to gather feedback, and we've also reached out to 9th grade geography students through the Louisville Independent School District. Putting these plans together has very much been a joint effort from all of the various departments at the city. We've collaborated with code enforcement, our neighborhood resource officers, police officers. Our parks department has been involved, so it's really been a team effort to prepare these plans. The plans really have not changed much since the last time that they were presented to you. They are organized by creating a vision statement, guiding principles, identifying issues and opportunities, and then action steps. One of the things that's new is that based on the second round of comments from the public, we identified kind of priority action steps in each one of the small area plans. So we have a lot of action steps in each of those plans, but having some priorities kinds of gives us a focal point to start at. So we're very excited about that. I did also want to mention that when we converted the plans to PDF for the packet, there were some corruptions to the files. We have corrected those on the most recent file online. So specifically, the guiding principles did not show up in the Southwest Area Plan like they were supposed to. They do now. And then the page numbers and exhibit numbers have been corrected.
Okay.
So staff is here if you have any questions.
Any questions? No?
Is this available to the public at this point?
Absolutely. The draft plans are available at cityoflouisville.com/small-area-plans, and then you can click the button for either Old Town North or Southwest Louisville, depending on which plan you'd like to read. I have received some emails from the public just asking for some clarification about what the plan means, but no major changes.
Have you had any concerns expressed by anyone in those emails?
No. Had some concerns from developers.
Okay, with no other questions, we will open the public hearing for this agenda item. Anyone wishing to speak on this item may come forward. Having no one come forward, we'll close the public hearing for agenda item 6A. Any comments? I would just like to say I've been to a couple of presentations on these plans, and it is a big effort. It's very exciting, and I know that the staff has put a lot of effort into it, and I just wanted to say what a good job you guys did.
Okay, I would recommend the adoption of the Old Town North Small Area Plan and the Southwest Louisville Small Area Plan.
Okay, motion by Jim,
Second.
second by Karen. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, commissioners, for your action on this item. A second public hearing and final adoption is scheduled for City Council at their July 2nd meeting.
Okay, thank you. And with that, I don't know if you want me to read agenda item 7, the announcement, or if staff wants to announce that. Agenda item 7 is an announcement that we will be canceling the July 3rd Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. So then our The next following one meeting would be
July the 17th.
July 17th, 2018. And the final agenda on the, item on the agenda is adjournment. All those in favor, or, I'm sorry, motion. I need a motion.
Move to adjourn.
Motion by Karen. Second by Mary Ellen. All those in favor signify aye. Aye. We are adjourned.